Smelled like Boston baked beans, the rocks and all that.
And then I did some deals with Rockwear, and you know, it sold a lot, but I didn't want to make those kind of sneakers anymore because it was kind of like a fad to me, and I didn't want to be affiliated with Rockwear. That's when I had sold my equity in it. I thought Rockwear was corny, you know, and they continued to want to make those sneakers. And I told them, you know, I don't want to make the sneakers. And they were like, well, you got to pay those minimums regardless. And I was like, this is a fucking hustle right now.
Wow.
Because I wanted to make the old school one. That's all I wanted to make was the old school ones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, once it was like they were going to make me stand behind those minimums, but they were also controlling what I was making. Like they were still going to make me make the Rockwear. I was like, I'm not doing that shit no more. And I remember, because, you know, it was cool for like a hot second, then it got corny quick. And I remember my son coming home from school, Boogie, and he was like, yo, you might want to sell that Pro-Keds. It's getting kind of whack. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And I gave it back the next day. You know what I mean? Like, if I could make the old school ones, I didn't want to make it. And also what happened was Stride Right sold to another company. And, you know, at that time, I think the first year we did Pro-Keds, it went from 8 million to 20 million. And I was like, damn, being that Church sold the umbrella company, like Stride Right owned a lot of other brands.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. So Stride Right got bought. I'm like, well, how come I didn't get any money from that sale? I'm sure some of that money was based on, you know, me bringing the
because you took
the Pro-Keds up.
The brand.
And what had come out was the only way I could get that benefit is if Pro-Keds had got sold individually. And public companies don't usually sell off pieces of their brand. They buy companies, they don't sell them.
Okay.
So it was almost like a no-win deal for me. So I was like, I'm not building this brand I don't really own.
Yeah, you told me the shoe game is a hard game to really get into, especially like sports shoes, right?
I mean, you know, just building a brand in general, you know what I'm saying, is not easy, you know, and going up against like an Adidas or a Nike or whatever, these are brands that have been around for a long time and they're heavily funded, you know.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, all businesses are cash intensive, you know what I'm saying? It takes money to make money, period. You know, and most people don't have a credit line.
Especially on that level.
Yeah. You know, you're dealing with billion-dollar companies, that's your competition.
Right.
There is no simple business. Let's put it like that. It doesn't exist. Business is not meant to be simple at a professional level. It's meant to be complicated. You know, it's meant for only the best to win. It's meant for survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
period.
I think that makes sense because if it was just so easy,
everyone would do it.
It'd be everyone would do it, and then what happens? There'd be too many people on the block doing everything.
Not everybody's built for business. Not everybody's built to be the boss.
Yeah.
Everybody says they want to be the boss, but people be scared to be the boss.
Yeah.
Most people are scared to put up their own money. Most people are scared to tell people to work when they don't want to. Most people are scared to even ask for their money. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people, I see people that are uncomfortable about asking about their own business. Like asking for change, you know what I'm saying? Or asking how much do you get paid, or when am I going to get paid, or where's my money? I have never felt uncomfortable about asking for my bread.
Yeah.
And I've never understood people that were uncomfortable for asking for their bread. Right. And I really don't understand people that are offended by you asking for your bread. Right. You know, you ask somebody for their money and they're like, what you asking? Like, I'm not supposed to ask for my money. I'm not supposed to ask about my money. Like, the money and the business, there should be no emotion with asking about it because it's business. There should be no fear. You should never be ashamed to ask for your change, ever. You know, or to scrutinize a bill. You know what I mean?
As if a person
or to ask how much. Like some people feel that like when they walk in the store asking how much. Like, I want to know. I don't care how much money I got. I want to know how much that costs. I just want to know if you're robbing me or not.
You did that with the millions in place, and you did that on.
And no matter what, I'm asking how much. Because I want to know if you're robbing me, whether I got it or not.
Like that was corny to ask how much something was, but that's stupid.
I see people that are like that. Yeah. I know people that are like that. That are like, I know rich people that are embarrassed to ask for their change or to scrutinize a bill. But I was in the nail salon with my daughter Ava the other day, and she was like, and she was going over her bill, and I was really proud of her for that. You know, and I was paying for it, but she still wanted to make sure, just on
that
GP,
you weren't getting robbed or some sneaky stuff.
Yeah, nothing was, you know, and she didn't have a problem going back over it. Like, never, ever feel shy about asking about your paper. You should never feel scared about that, ever. Never feel shy. It doesn't make you broke. Don't be, only broke people are insecure about asking about their money. Rich people don't give a fuck.
Wow. That's real talk right there.
That devastation.
Absolutely. That was it.
That was the jewel drop.
It was like this, like, you know what I'm saying? The jewel drop. The jewel drop. Any more questions?
Yeah, what are the do's and don'ts of managing an artist?
Don't manage an artist.
Don't manage an artist.
Don't, period.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it, man. You know, managing an artist is a thankless job because when things are going good, it's not your fault. And when things are going bad, it's 100% your fault. And, you know, you're taking money out of an artist's pocket, like making money off someone else. It means that every time you want them to do something for themselves, you really want them to do it for you. And artists feel that. You know what I'm saying? They do. And that's the reason why they start to resent you, because you're like, oh, you only want me to do this so you can make money, so you get a piece of my art, so I can get judged and you can benefit from it. So that's why I stopped managing. I don't know. I mean, as a manager, I think a lot of managers don't understand what their jobs are. Like when I was a manager, my job was to pay for everything until the record company did. So if you needed an album, I needed to pay for it. If you needed to go on tour, I was supposed to pay for it. I was supposed to book the shows. I'm supposed to make sure that you make enough money that I make money off you. You know, and a lot of managers don't do that. They're just there to, like, they think they're there to make calls or to, like, you know, just arrange things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be the point person. A manager's not supposed to be a point person. That, you know, that's a point person.
A true manager.
A manager creates business opportunities, and they're so confident that they're going to put the money up so that the artists never have to struggle, and then they get their money back, or, you know, off top.
Right.
But I don't see so much of that in managing these days. You know, and that's why I wouldn't be a manager. Because
it's a little more of a sacrifice for it to be a manager.
Well, it's like you got to put money up, and then what if that person doesn't want you to manage them anymore? Like usually what happens is someone's going to rock with you until you get them where they got to go, and then they're going to go with whoever can get them to the next level. They're going to stop fucking with you. Like in business, no one's loyal to friendship or to effort. You know, that's what always happened with me. Is like that's why I always teach people how to get it without me. I'll get you to a certain place, but I don't want to be in your pocket, so I'll get you to be self-sufficient, right, so you can fucking go ahead and have a life.
It's partnerships. It's not like you work for me, I work for you. It's doing partnerships.
Well, it's like when you're making money off somebody, you know, it's like you got to do every single thing that they're not good at. And, you know, it's just a lot for me. That's the reason why I'm going to put the effort into something that's going to be something like me, and myself, my girl, my kids. Someone I love, someone that if they rob me, they're gonna put into somebody I love, like you know, an ex-wife or some shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But just putting, you know, so much time and energy into somebody else, it's a very dangerous, unstable thing. Because the minute the relationship goes wrong, then the business goes sideways. And usually in business, when someone wants to break up with you or stop making money with you, they create distance, or they justify shitting on you, you know, by making you seem to be a little worse than you are. You know what I'm saying? It's happened time and time again.
Exaggeration always takes place when the relationship.
All of a sudden you're mad over some bullshit. Always. Just to, you know, like what you mad? You know, this is what you mad about. Like this is what we're not going to work together because of.
Exaggeration.
You should have just told me you don't want to work with me no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like don't make some shit up.
Yeah.
Just do what you got to do.
Yo, this is Kenyatta with Hip Hop Motivation. First of all, I want to tell everybody out there, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to our YouTube page. And if you haven't liked, comment, or subscribe to our YouTube page, make sure you do so. Stay in tune. We have a lot more to come. Peace.
When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. You know, I have a book called Culture Vultures. Yeah,
what's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. I did. Have you ever looked at the hip hop motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
It's a series. The Fashion Game. Culture Vultures, the book. In business, Damon's a guy that's worn many hats.
Yo, you can either think of a master plan or get mastered by somebody else's plan. Check it. As a barber, one of the most important life lessons I learned is to never do anything without seeing the ending result first. Before I understood the value of seeing results, I used to waste a lot of time sometimes doing double work because I didn't have a vision of where I was going. Then I started taking consultations more serious
by not even turning on my clippers until I had a clear understanding of the result my client was planning to see. And in turn, it became easier to achieve the style they wanted to see in half the time. Real talk, the most successful barbers and beauticians are the ones that see the ending results before they start any service. Write this down. Before making any moves, know where you're going. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the #1 killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the #1 killer. The #1 killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bro. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. I think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now.
I was in my groove.
Yeah.
I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money. I like the dollar, I like the euro, I like the pound, I like the franc pause, I like the yen.